Hi there YouTube, Big G, back again with another video and another quick pickups. So in previous videos I've spoken about my cousin in the UK. So I often purchase stuff on eBay, and in the UK, you know, if you're into the retro collecting scene, there's a lot of stuff that's available. So I collect the stuff, or I purchase a few small items and end up sending them to his place, and when somebody from the family comes over from the UK back to South Africa, then I use them as a courier, and a parcel arrived for me. And some of the stuff has been, I think I bought maybe over a year ago, nearly 2 years ago, and so it's a long waiting game, but I don't mind, because when it arrives then it's almost like a Christmas, you know, you open up, you've forgotten exactly what you actually want. So yeah, let's get into it. First up, Spectra Video, my favorite 8-bit computer. So some cartridges for them, very rare to get these here in South Africa. Even on eBay around the world, you don't pick up many of them. So a new one for the collection, Just Right Junior. So a word processing program for the Spectra Video, and Super Crossforce. I already got this in my collection. Hopefully this one works, because a lot of these cartridges for the Spectra Video don't work. Very few of them actually will work. Next, some cartridges for a system that I also enjoy, not as much as the Spectra Video, and that is for the Commodore 64. Pinball Spectacular. Love these cartridges. And it came with a little manual, pinball, and an educational title, Visible Solar System. So another two great cartridges. And together with that same lot, and I can't remember what I paid for any of this stuff, but I'm sure it would have been cheap, because you know, being eBay and so forth, I'll only really bid on items that are really going cheaply. And another ColecoVision title, Smurfs. Then something that I'm really excited about, and I don't think I got this too cheaply, but that is a SD floppy emulator from Lotharic. Very popular system, brand new. I still need to set it up. I'm going to be using this primarily for my Atari ST system, but you can use this on a number of different systems. Basically anything that sort of runs with a floppy, a stiffy drive, you can use on. So your MSX2s and so forth. So hopefully one day when I do get an MSX2 or an Amstrad 6128 and so forth, I'll be able to use this on there, because you can use it on multiple systems. But at first, Atari ST, so I'll be doing a video soon on how to use, set up and so forth the ST emulate, HXC emulate, or whatever it's called. But there's a couple of videos on YouTube, and it seems to work very, very well. Then another item for my Atari ST, and that is, and I have no idea if this works or not, got it really cheaply, and that is a memory upgrade. It fits into the side of the Atari ST, little switch on over there. It had a battery over there, which my cousin cut off for me, because it was badly leaking and corroding all the area around it, and it doesn't look too bad now. I did ask him to put it into his dishwasher and give it a good wash and put it out in the sun to dry, which looks like he has done, and it's cleaned off all the residue from that leaking battery. And as far as I know, you don't need the battery on here to actually run it, so I'm going to be testing that out. And then some games for a system that is, I mean, you're really going back to the start of gaming, and that is a bunch of games for the Radifin system. Now that's from the 1970s. I know that Vectrex Rolly did a really great video that I watched some time back on the Radifin system, and he went into all the details. So I think it was like 1979 and or so forth. I just grabbed one out of my collection just to show you what the system looks like. Over there, system. I've only ever had one cartridge for it, so I am looking forward to actually testing out these cartridges, because you know, and you just don't, I've just never seen these here in the wild here in South Africa. So really happy about this. Got the manuals inside. Nice to have the cardboard boxes and invaders. I love that artwork, you know, the old boxed artwork and so forth. And cartridges and so forth are in a really nice condition. So you know, these things are quite rock solid. Now this system was called, I think it had hundreds of different variations. In South Africa it was even had a couple of different variations. So you had your Hanimex and so forth. I can't even name all of them. Another title, Electronic Pinball. And of course the Olympics. And then good old Blackjack. And Circus. I mean, I just love that old artwork on there. And then you've got to have a good old racing game, Grand Prix. And normally with these titles you'd have a number of different options that you could choose from 1 player, 2 player and so forth, but really, really basic graphics on it. So not everybody's cup of tea, and only for the real old gamers out there that want to play something on one of the earliest systems that came out. I think this was the same time as the Atari VCS and so forth, and the Philips G7000. Although the Philips G7000, I believe, like Vectrex Rowley mentioned, the games are definitely more playable and look better and so forth. So guys, that's just a quick pickups video from me, some items from the UK which arrived, some great items which I'll be doing some some plays for you on as soon as I can get my stuff sorted out. So guys, cheers from me, and remember, keep it retro.